So hello, and in this episode we're going to be talking about how to tie a feeder rig and the how to fish it, but more about how to tie it. And basically what a feeder does is you fish on the bottom, and a feeder is a little cage or method feeder, but we're going to be talking about the cage feeder, and it's a little cage which is weighted, which is going to be your weight as well. You put ground bait in that feeder. So it's going to not only pin your bait to the bottom with a hook link, but it's also going to be spreading your ground bait around it to attract more fish. So I'm going to show you how to tie it. Okay, here are the things you're going to need. You're going to need your cage feeder. This is a 20-gram feeder. You're going to need a small swivel, about the size of this. Don't really remember the actual size. You're going to need a rubber bead. A hard plastic bead might work, but it can crack, so these softer ones are better. And of course, your main line and a hook link. A hook link is really easy to tie. I'll learn how to tie it in another video. But it's basically just a weaker piece of line with your hook on it and a loop at the end. First, take your main line. Usually this is a little bit too strong because it's 50 pounds, this sea fishing line, but it's braided and it's highly visible, so I'll use it. You take your feeder and you thread it on. There. It's on. Then you take your bead, you thread that on. Like this. Then you take your swivel and you tie it on. I like to use a half blood knot. You can use any other knot which just ties it to your, but I like to use a half blood knot. Half blood knot is just you take the line through the eye, twist the line around the main line, and then in the end push it through the loop in the front. I like to do it like 4 to 6 times, but in this I'm just going to do a little bit less. Then you take the end and pull it through the line, the hole which is right next to your swivel. So like this hole right here. A little hard. You do that, you tighten it, weten your knots before you tie them down. Tighten them to not let the friction burn it. Boom. Then clip the tag end. What you're going to do is you're going to take the bead, and you don't have to do this, but I like to do it. You put it like this, so it's kind of stuck on the swivel, but not needed. Sometimes it's good. And you're basically done. All you need to do now is take your hook link, and you take the loop of your hook link through the eye of the swivel. Then you take your hook, push it through the eye of your hook link. Just the loop method. And you're done. The feeder slides, so it's like if you get snapped up, the fish will not have to trawl around this massive weight, which is very good. It makes it a free rig, or a safe rig. The bead is to protect the knot between the swivel and the feeder, because it'll slide down, it can hit the knot, damaging it. And then your hook link to attach the bait on and catch the fish on, of course. You're going to be using lighter line on the hook link because you want this part to snap. If you get snagged, you want this part to snap, not this, because you won't lose your feeder, your bead, and your swivel. You'll only use the hook and a little bit of line. So this is a very smart way of doing it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more tutorials, comment what you want to learn next, leave a like, see you in the next one.